All right, Cap. So it's been a minute since I've seen this one. It's been quite a while. But you pulled it. But the message here for me is clear looking at the two of them. So from Lay Vampire Prey, stalked, invaded, and watched, but from Chakra Wisdom Destiny. Don't let somebody else try to blame you for their shitty behavior. You are in control of your own destiny. I mean, and that's basically it. Don't, allow somebody else to manipulate you or make you feel like, it's your fault for the circumstances that are happening, or making you feel like you need to accept the circumstances of the situation. Prey is about somebody who is preying on you. Sometimes it can show that you are preying on yourself and not wanting to stand up for yourself or fight for yourself. But with destiny being next to it, I feel like this is about somebody trying to hold you back and make you feel like you need to accept what is happening and that you aren't in control of your destiny, when yes, you are, right? All right, Cap, here we go. Here's your overall for the week. Ugh, the Hangman. And I say that because of the Oracle cards, but, we'll see what's happening here. The Hangman is really about, besides seeing the different perspective, it's about putting your ego aside, right? But I don't think that that's it. Being bound to a situation, hoping to see something different, needing to see more of a situation. But the problem is with the Hangman being the overall, it's leaving you in a position where you don't know what to think and you don't know how to act. Now, in the past, the Eight of Pentacles. So, in the past, whatever it was that you were dealing with, you busted your ass for. You put a lot of effort into. It could be about a work situation and being held up by circumstances, which is possible here. But I look at this as past energy coming through. And, I look at this and I think, do you want to continue to put this much effort into something that's just going to keep you in the limbo state, right? Okay, in the present, the Six of Cups, and you're going right back to the past and looking at it and looking at how much hard work you may have put into something, someone. The Six of Cups, though, is it reflecting on happy memories, right? Now, some of you may definitely be stuck with the past because of the Hangman. And like I said, I go straight back to the past and think how much you've done. Future conditions, needing to pull on your inner strength here. For some of you, definitely with Prey showing up, maybe feeling a little bit weak. But I'm waiting to see, because with this being in the present moment, that's different. Usually I see it in either the past or future conditions. So it could suggest that maybe there is, a lot of history with someone or a situation here. It could be that things from the past are being brought back up. And you may have worked really hard here to lay, the past to rest, so to speak. But yeah, strength to me makes sense coming out on this. Geez, Cap, man, your readings are always so deep for me. Wow. Oh, shit. Yeah? Really? Your best path to follow. When the Tower shows up in this position, immediately I feel like, yeah, you need to make some drastic changes. You can't avoid situations, especially with the Hangman being there. It's time to clear all that shit out, right? Like, even if it means you need to make a move, like a physical move. Drastic changes, drastic move, drastic action. That is what you need to do, rather than being in, the Hangman position here. Wow. In your environment, the Two of Pentacles. Here's what I'm going to say in this. With the Two of Pentacles being in your environment with the Six of Cups, let's just say, for instance, you have a person coming back through here that's bringing up the past or wanting to have a reconnection. You are like, I don't know, with the Hangman, because you're not really acting. But with the Two of Pentacles being in your environment, how flexible are you willing to be with this? Here's the thing. With the Two of Pentacles, absolutely, it's about keeping everything up in the air, juggling two different situations, trying to manage everything. But the card shows flexibility, that you have the ability to do this. So if that's the case, then it makes me immediately question, how willing are you to bend over backwards for someone else? Especially if you've worked really hard to get past certain issues. Because, and I say that because you wouldn't be needing to pull on your inner strength here to, do something drastic and stop doing this to yourself, right? Wow. And it could definitely be that, you need to manage some things out here before you actually make drastic changes. But, I don't know. I look at that and I think, there's history with something and someone. But if you were the one that put all the effort into a relationship or a situation, it would make sense that you're like, I don't know what to do here. But you don't want to be forever stuck with the past. Your hopes and your fears, the High Priestess, this to me is basically saying that you already know. You already know. You already know what the situation is. There is no hidden information here. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's about trusting your intuition and what it's telling you. But if you're being told to make a drastic change here for, things to be better for you, then with the High Priestess, you need to stop with this whole inaction and watching and waiting and seeing, because you already know. Now, as a fear, definitely would be that, there are secrets that, you are becoming aware of, or worrying that there are going to be more secrets that you're going to find out about, but I don't like this because of this being here. This isn't a situation that you need to continue to avoid or continue to think that there's going to be, something different to see on this, because you already know. Wow, Cap, what's happening? And then coming out, I'm telling you, the Six of Swords, needing to find the strength here to move the hell away from the conflict that you are dealing with, and stop allowing past situations to keep you stuck, or to keep you in, the limbo state here where you don't know what to do, you don't know what to think, because you already know. You already know. You've done everything that you can, is what I feel like saying with this, especially with that Eight of Pentacles. There's nothing else that you can do. The Ten of Wands. I'm going to tell you right now, just between the two of them, especially with the Eight of Pentacles being there, no matter what the situation is, definitely, there may be children involved here with the Empress. But the thing is I don't like the fact that this is where you're at and this is what you feel like you need to do, right? With the Empress and the Ten of Wands, this is, being responsible for somebody, being the mother figure, being responsible for busting, your ass here and creating all this abundance. But that's too much. It's too much with the Ten of Wands. You can't continue to do that. You can't continue to be responsible for somebody else. And then the Nine of Cups, yeah, it's time here to do what you want, right? And again, I go back to destiny. With the Nine of Cups, it's about, having what you want, being happy, being emotionally fulfilled. But, like I said, with these two, here's the thing. If this is a situation with a child, I would have expected to see a page, okay? So with the Empress and the Ten of Wands, like I said, our children can be, financial burdens on us, yes, but I'm not looking at the Five of Pentacles either. I feel like this is about you bending over backwards for a situation that you've done everything that you possibly could for. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to make big, huge changes here. It's time for you to have what you want and not to be responsible for somebody else. I feel like you've been too caring, you've been too nurturing, and it's left you in this place of feeling like everything is just being dumped on you. That's what I get from this. That's what I get from looking at this. It makes me a little bit frustrated looking at it, but it's not right. I feel like, again, going back to pray that you're kind of like accepting the circumstances here, but you already know, you already know. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me just say that, first of all, I love Capricorn. I love you guys. You guys are one of my favorites. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm going to show a little bit of favoritism here. I don't know what the hell it is about your readings. But, I look at it and I think maybe it's because Cap is my midheaven. I don't know. My best work seems to come out with you guys, but I'm telling you, This is so clear to me. It's so clear. Needing to take action to get your freedom and release the past. And that is it, right? And again, it's only a general message here. It's only going to be for a few of you. It's not going to be for everybody. But goddamn, man, you've done everything you possibly can. It's time for you to be happy. And then new love. Thank you. Thank you. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. So once you move on from this, with new love being there, absolutely it could be about a new love coming into your life and you needing to focus on the good in people, even though you've been through difficulties or dealt with assholes. But, new love, having new love in your life, definitely with spiritual growth in the High Priestess. I like it. To me, this is hopeful, coming out of the Tower and the Six of Swords, right? Pull on that strength, Cap. If you are dealing with this right now, pull on that inner strength here. Do what you need to do. Make those drastic changes. Because it's not fair to you to continuously hold the weight of the past on your back. It's not fair. You've done everything that you possibly can here. It's time for you to have your freedom. Have your freedom and have your happiness.